How's it going, guys? So I have footage here from July 5th. First things first, thank you to Aaron Cushion for the brand new intro. Again, go check out my website, gregferrisfitness.com, and he also is responsible for my new banner on my website, or on my YouTube channel. Sorry. So big shout out to him. He's a client of mine. Awesome dude. So if you need any designs, make sure to check him out at FocusAndFitness. That's his YouTube channel. So this video here, it's going to be some benching and squatting. I just randomly felt like doing some high bar stuff today, so I just kind of went off. I was going to max out, but just kind of did some high bar stuff. Bench press went really well, and I'm going to have some assistance work in there. I didn't really shoot for footage, but in this video, I wanted to touch on a topic I hear, for being nice, I'll say misrepresented, and that's the topic of overtraining and CNS fatigue and all of those things. So again, I'm not going to do an hour lecture on this topic by any means, but just want to kind of give people a different outlook on overtraining or whatever, and also the psychology of training and kind of how I approach it. So I do the big lifts, I wouldn't say with high frequency, but 3 times a week for bench and squat right now, which is actually low frequency for me lately. And a lot of people ask me, oh, aren't you overtraining, and how can you squat this many times a week, and yada yada yada. And the thing that always comes up is CNS fatigue, because people love to throw that around like they know what they're talking about. Like, most people that talk about CNS fatigue probably don't even know what the central nervous system is. So, real central nervous fatigue, you're talking about your muscles not even being able to get impulses from your spinal cord. You know what I'm saying? That's probably not what is happening when you are demotivated for a day or two, or you don't feel like hitting the gym, or you set a big squat PR and the next day you're not feeling the greatest. That is not how you overtrain. You overtrain by long-term overreaching, for the lack of a better term, and you can't recover from. So improper diet, not sleeping enough, pushing yourself too hard in the gym for months and months and months and maybe years. Not a single session, not a single rep, not a couple of days feeling like crap, okay? So a lot of people just need to learn to stop talking about CNS fatigue like they know what they're talking about, and have a basic understanding of physiology, because you're not overtrained if you feel like crap one day. If you're overtrained, you'll feel like crap for weeks, and you won't recover for months if you're really overtrained. That's pretty much all I talk about as far as overtraining. I don't want to get too hyped up for it, but like I said, squatting 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week is not going to automatically put you in the overtraining mode. And I'll post some links of some good articles, I think, on the topic in the description box. And the other thing I want to talk about, kind of in relation to overtraining and doing the big lifts frequently and whatnot, is something else that never really gets brought up, but I've thought about this a lot recently, and that's the idea of how you train. I don't mean how you train as far as, the weight you lift or the exercises you do, but how you perceive that exercise. So if you have to take your favorite pre-workout and watch some, motivational videos on YouTube, and then you go to the gym and you act like it's a Rocky movie, and you hype yourself up and play your favorite music, and you just tell yourself you're going to kill it, and you have a good session, well, your body's going to act like that's a pretty damn big stress response, because you just acted like that's a pretty damn big stress response, if that makes sense. So learning to dial back a lot of those things that people do when they train, and just go lift, just go squat, just go deadlift, just go push, whatever you're doing that day. And not really, a lot of times I won't even listen to music. Other times it's really just chill dubstep stuff, or really girly music. It's not, this Metallica. I don't have 600 milligrams of caffeine before I go squat. I don't act like I'm saving the world. So again, thinking about just adaptation and how your muscles can adapt, why can't your nervous system do the same thing? So if you tell yourself every time you get under a squat bar that, holy crap, this is heavy, can I do this till I collapse, by Eminem is on, blah, 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 you're going crazy, your body's going to respond to that. But if you just go and squat, you're probably not going to miss the lift. the idea, anyone who's trained for a long time knows that you don't miss lifts you feel confident about. You don't miss lifts unless you're really amped up for it. That's when you tend to miss lifts. So again, just some recommendations for people is to kind of relax and chill out a little bit. I'm not saying you can't lift with an intensity, but what I'm saying is just dial it back a little bit and just go lift. Don't think about it being some dramatic event, and you'll probably be surprised with how intense you can actually be, and then just be like, oh wow, I hit a PR. And it's not even that big of a deal. You know, when I used to squat 5 or 6 times a week, it wasn't that big of a deal to max out, because it was just like you woke up, you ate your meals, you hit the gym, you max out. You're gonna do it tomorrow. I didn't think of it as a big deal, and that's what allowed me and allows me to do the big lifts and train heavy so frequently without any deloads and central nervous fatigue and all of that stuff. So hopefully you guys took something from this video. Again, just some assistance work here, some barbell rows. Really starting to like these lately. But yeah, that was just some squatting, high bar squatting, bench press, which I failed on, by the way. Hopefully I'm not overtrained, right? But yeah, I'll be back next week with some footage as well. Gonna stick with the same routine with my DUP for the most part. And that's it, guys. So again, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like my information. Any kind of comments on overtraining, your thoughts are welcome in the comment section below. And that's it, guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.